Hello, guys. Welcome to the Meet Damien channel. I am Damien, and in today's video live stream here, we're about to talk about an honest look at the crypto markets and what we can expect for crypto in summer of 2024. Okay, so with that being said, let's talk about what I think is going to happen in the markets in 2024 here. Okay, what I think is going to happen in the summer is we're going to get either sideways trading action, okay, where the prices just stay the same, or we might get some pops up in prices. With some catalysts coming, and we'll talk about those catalysts later on in this video here. Okay, but what I don't expect the prices to go down because there's just way too many positive catalysts coming into the future here in the near future and also the later future later on in the end of 2024. But there's still a possibility that we might get like a down day or a down week, maybe even a down month. Okay. Uh, but I think it'll be temporary. Okay. And if you could, we'll look at the charts and we'll look at like, what it was like after the Bitcoin halving in 2020 and what that did for Bitcoin during the summer of 2020, because I feel like that's going to be very similar to what we have going on here. But we also have some things going on with like Ethereum and Ethereum getting an ETF, which I think is going to like change things up a little bit. We also already have the Bitcoin ETF already, so that's going to change things up a little bit with a lot of demand for Bitcoin and demand for Ethereum. But I think going into the summer of 2024, what's going to lead the market is going to be Ethereum itself. Okay, Ethereum, guys, it has the Ethereum ETF has been technically approved, but they're still trying to figure out like the inner workings of how they're actually going to do an Ethereum ETF. This caught everybody off guard. Caught everybody by surprise, including the people who were trying to get the Ethereum ETF approved. The companies that were trying to do it weren't expecting to get approved, and that just happened like a week or May 23rd to be exact, which is not too long ago. So like these guys are now like starting to get their act together. They're having conversations with the SEC, and they're now trying to figure out what they're going to put on the market for the Ethereum. So let's just take a look at this news article here, guys. I have a news article that is going to explain like what's going on with Ethereum right now. And like I said, I think Ethereum is going to lead the market going into the future. That's going to lead the crypto market. The altcoins are going to follow based on what happens with Ethereum. So when we start seeing Ethereum going up, we should expect that the price of the other altcoins are going to also go up as well. And also Bitcoin might start following Ethereum, and Ethereum might just be the leader of the market because Ethereum has some catalysts coming up with this Ethereum spot ETF, this Ethereum ETF, which got approved about a week ago. So this article is coming from The Block, and they're saying here that the SEC told spot Ethereum ETF issuers to get the first round of their draft S1 forms in by Friday. So that was last week, guys, May 31st. So this is fresh and new, okay, information here. They're saying here that the SEC told prospective spot Ethereum ETF issuers to get their amended S1 forms in by Friday. Two sources told the Block, and it may take a few weeks before the S1 forms become effective and trading can begin. So that's the key word, guys. So everybody was expecting like the Ethereum. Well, some people who didn't know better were expecting Ethereum to like start shooting up in price after it got approved on May 23rd, and it actually started shooting up in price the week of May 23rd, like the beginning of the week when rumors were going around. But the actual trading, they're not going to be able to buy Ethereum until they actually get these S1 forms approved. And you know, that could be, like they're saying here, the key word to take from this is that it may take a few weeks, guys. Okay, a few weeks, guys, before the S1 forums are legally effective and that they can actually do trading. So I'm expecting like Ethereum. You know, what is it? It's June 3rd right now. I'm expecting like Ethereum ETF could happen later on in the month of June, or uh, maybe July. You know, that'd be great to talk about on the 4th of July. Everybody's celebrating, you know, America's birthday, but they might also be celebrating the Ethereum ETF. How about that for freedom in America? All right. But yeah, with the Ethereum ETF not really trading, they're not able to buy Ethereum. But what I'm also expecting is that they're going to have to start seeding these ETFs with Ethereum. Like some of these companies like BlackRock and VanEck, they're going to have to start buying Ethereum off of like maybe like Coinbase or one of these cryptocurrency exchanges that they're going to deal with. And that should cause the price of Ethereum to creep up as they start seeding the ETFs. And that could happen like, you know, next week or later on this week. Okay. Especially if they plan on doing Ethereum ETF by the end of June. All right. So there's going to be some buying of Ethereum as the weeks go on here, guys. And I think that's why Ethereum is going to be the catalyst, the leader for the crypto market going into the summer of 2024. Okay. This is just my honest look, my honest take on it. I'm on an Ethereum shill, but from what I've seen and just reading the tea leaves, I think that Ethereum is going to be the leader. And then Bitcoin's going to follow along after that. And then the other cryptocurrencies are also going to follow along and take Ethereum's lead. And Ethereum is going to be the big winner during the summer of 2024. Okay. They're saying that after the 19B forms were approved on May 23rd. So that was what happened on May 23rd, was that the 19B forms were approved. The remaining step that is left is that for the S1 forms, the S1 forms have to become effective before trading can begin. They're saying that, however, since the approvals resulted from a last-minute change in direction from the SEC, which I mentioned earlier, the S1 forms were not prepared in advance, so progress is slow, and progress is now being made. Okay. They're saying here that the SEC asked issuers to hand in their draft S1 filings by Friday, May 31st, according to two sources familiar with the situation. After this, the SEC will provide its first round of comments, which will lead to further amendments. So now the SEC said, guys, hand in your paperwork. Let us know how you guys are going to do these Ethereum ETFs. And they said that you got to hand that in to us by Friday. So that was last Friday. Now the SEC is going to look it over, and then they're going to give out their comments as like, we like this, but we don't like that. We don't like that, but we're okay with this. Okay. And then they're going to ask these issuers like VanEck and BlackRock to go ahead and actually do some amendments to their S1 filings. Okay. So that's what this article is basically saying here. They're saying that on May, they're saying that the day that the ETFs were approved, VanEck, which was one of the first ones to actually put in a request for an Ethereum ETF, they said that they already handed in their amended version of the S1 form, wasting no time. So they did that not last Friday. They did that I think May 23rd, May 24th. So VanEck really wants to get this going. And then they're also saying here that on May 30th, BlackRock follows suit, detailing that its ETF would be seeded with $10 million. Okay, so that's what I was talking about earlier in this video, guys. Here, okay, BlackRock is saying that they plan on seeding their ETF with $10 million. So BlackRock is saying that they're going to buy $10 million worth of Ethereum sometime soon. Like, they got to do that before they even start trading the ETF. Okay, so BlackRock is probably going to spend like $10 million on Ethereum probably this month in June, just to get their ETF going for Ethereum. And that's just BlackRock. That doesn't count VanEck or the other cryptocurrency players that want to do Ethereum ETFs. Okay, the other banks and institutions that want to do Ethereum ETF, they haven't even bought Ethereum yet, but they're going to start buying it, at least to get the ETF started. And BlackRock is already saying that they got $10 million ready to go. Okay, so sorry for the clapping if it was a little bit too loud there for you guys, but I'm just trying to make this point. Like Ethereum has a lot going for it, and that's going to be leading the news headlines here. The price action and the news catalysts are going to be Ethereum, Ethereum, Ethereum for like the month of June and July of 2024. Okay. All right. So they're saying that, however, the details of the seed investments are fairly straightforward for an issuer to include. One source told the block, implying that other aspects of the forums might take longer to address. They said they expect the S1 forums to go through at least 2 more rounds of draft filings before they will be ready. So basically, I think a draft filing probably lasts like a week or two. So we got probably like another 2 or 3 weeks, guys, here before we even see an Ethereum ETF. Okay, but it's coming, and that's the great part, is that while it's coming, like you and me can buy this Ethereum before the big boys can, before the big institutions and banks can. So we already know what's going on. We can actually front run these guys. Okay, that's why I don't understand why people are selling their Ethereum and selling their crypto, because like the big money's coming. Like they're letting you know, like we're coming. We're gonna buy your Ethereum. So why not just buy it now? Okay. I think if you guys can see, like you guys see the prices of Ethereum is being traded right now at $3,700. Towards the top here, you can see like right now Ethereum is trading at $3,700. You see Bitcoin over here. You got Litecoin and Solana. Okay, so right now you guys are buying Ethereum at $3,700, and they're telling you already that they're gonna spend $10 million buying some Ethereum later on this month just to get the thing going. Okay. All right. So anyways, analysts are now anticipating that the S1s will take a few weeks to be turned around, potentially a few months if the process goes slowly, but some traders argue the delay might be a good thing. There you go. Like I just said, the delay might actually be a good thing, because we can buy Ethereum before the banks and institutions can buy Ethereum. They want to buy Ethereum. They want to buy these cryptos, but they can't. We can do that on like Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, whatever cryptocurrency exchange you're using. You guys can do this, and you guys can buy before they buy. And then when they're ready to buy, you sell to them. That's how you make money. Come on, guys. Let's make money. Let's buy before they do, and then we'll sell to them at higher prices. Okay. So anyways, yeah, that's basically what they're saying here, that the delay might be a thing. I want to move on over here to what CNBC is saying about the Ethereum ETF. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the CNBC video is saying. And I'll leave my comments on the video here, but yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at what CNBC has to say. Okay, and the people. We got the CEO of VanEck, okay, on this video here. So I want you guys to see what he had to say, okay? Because this guy was one of the guys that wanted to get this Ethereum ETF going, and he's a pretty happy guy now that they're actually going to be doing it. So let me go click the play button, and we will.
Welcome to ETF Edge, your go-to place for everything exchange traded funds. I'm Pippa Stevens, in for Bob Pisani. Amid a flurry of activity late last week, the SEC surprised both the crypto and ETF worlds by approving the listing of spot Ethereum funds for trading. Joining me now is Jan VanEck, CEO of VanEck and the first applicant for a spot Ethereum ETF. Also with us is Todd Sohn, ETF and technical strategist at Strategas. So Jan, I want to start with you, because now that you have this approval, what can we expect next?
What's next, guys?
Sure. We got step one, which is the exchanges have the green light to list Ethereum spot ETFs. Step two is our prospectuses need to be approved. So we're in the process of getting comments from the SEC to get it in line with what their expectations are. And I assume that's true for all the other 8 other applicants for the spot ETF approval.
And so then does this decision, settle, Jan, the outstanding question of, are cryptos a security or a commodity question? Does it provide more clarity on that?
This is really one of the most amazing things that I've seen in my career with respect to securities regulation. What happened is there was a bipartisan vote in the House of Representatives to give authority for what I call blockchain software or crypto or digital assets, but let's call it blockchain software, take it from the SEC and give it to the CFTC. Now, that probably won't be voted on in the Senate this year. The name of the bill is Fit 21. But the fact that that got 60 to 70 Democratic representatives in the House meant that there was a real risk that the SEC was going to lose any kind of jurisdiction over digital assets. So the first reaction was to get the ETF, Ethereum ETF approval green lighted. But I think there's a bigger narrative going on as well.
Certainly seems like shifting winds in Washington. And now, Todd, I want to bring you in here because with all the retail hype aside, we've now seen institutional adoption of Bitcoin ETFs by the likes of Morgan Stanley and Wells Fargo. Will that kind of smooth out some of the volatility that we've seen in the past for cryptocurrencies?
Yeah, it's a great question, and I think first of all, this is a win for all investors, right, across the spectrum. Retail institutions, you can now get different types of crypto in the ETF wrapper, and I'm sure you'll start to see issuers address the space in different manners, whether it's cross-linking equity with crypto or different types of crypto and trend following strategies. Will it smooth out the volatility? I mean, crypto's always been a volatile asset. I don't know if these ETFs will ever change that. We'll see how the forward returns look like. I would be skeptical that all of a sudden you're going to start to see more short duration or equity-like volatility from the crypto space, just given the past history. So on one end, a win for access in the ETF wrapper. But on the other hand, if you're going to start to add cryptocurrencies to your portfolio, just be mindful of you're adding a very high dosage of volatility. I think that's really the most important message going forward for investors.
All right, so a win for access, but Todd, do you expect the same type of reception for Ethereum as we've seen for Bitcoin? They have a really different use case for each, and adoption by both retail and institutional investors, could potentially be slower here, given just less awareness of Ethereum and what that product is.
Yeah, you might be onto something there, and the analogy I'm wondering if it's appropriate is if Bitcoin is to gold, then Ethereum might be to silver. And that, again, those are completely different investment use cases. But you look at something like the iShares Silver Trust, that has about 12 billion in it, whereas GLD is upwards of 60. So I would imagine there will be demand for Ethereum, especially those who may find the risk-reward profile more attractive. But I do not suspect that we'll see the same hype as we saw with the original spot Bitcoin ETFs back in January. And you saw the same thing last.
So I just want to pause it there, guys. So this guy is basically saying that, there's $12 billion in the silver ETF, and he was like comparing Bitcoin to being like gold, and Ethereum is going to be like the silver to gold. Okay. And that, a lot of people have said that analogy before in crypto world, that Ethereum is like the silver and Bitcoin's like the gold. And this guy's like now saying like, there's already $12 billion in money that's flowing into the silver ETFs, okay, for silver coins, okay, and just taking that number, you can use that to work with, and you can extrapolate like how much money could go into Ethereum. They're saying that, okay, there's $12 billion in the silver ETF. So, I mean, that could possibly be $12 billion going into an Ethereum ETF. And they're already talking about putting a $10 million like seed round of just a little bit of $10 million going into Ethereum. And BlackRock's willing to buy that Ethereum right now, $10 million worth of Ethereum. Never mind if they start doing billions of dollars into Ethereum, okay? And what that's going to do to the price of Ethereum, okay? And we've seen it with silver, those shiny metal. Silver has $12 billion in its, ETF, okay? So what could that do to the Ethereum price? Come on, guys. I mean, he's basically like laying it out for us. Like, what could that do for us as investors in crypto? It's going to be good. It's going to be good. But yeah, let's hear what the rest of this guy let's hear what this guy has to say. I'll just keep the video playing here. It's only a few more minutes longer, and then we'll get into the charts here, guys. Okay.
Last year with the Ethereum futures ETFs, right? Bitcoin futures ETFs had pretty good demand out of the gate, and the Ethereum products kind of fell flat in their face. So it'll be up to Van Eck, it'll be up to other issuers to help explain the differences. But I suspect for a lot of investors, just getting Bitcoin exposure will be good enough for them in terms of their cryptocurrency sleeve of the portfolios.
And Jan, I asked the same question here to you. What kind of reception are you expecting for this future product, and how are you going to, lead to bigger awareness for Ethereum and why this product is attractive?
I think the biggest overwhelming thing is sort of what Todd alluded to, which is the education aspect of talking to investors. So there's the first piece, which you alluded to, Pippa, which is additional types of investors could now participate. And we saw this with Bitcoin, and we're still engaged with a lot of investors about, Bitcoin and how that fits in people's portfolios. But what I like to say is, look, this is software. And if you're an investor, sure, you need to know the macro, Fed policy and all that with respect to Bitcoin and our ETF HODL, HODL. But you also have to know how there's software networks and how is usage on those networks changing. And so that kind of information, even though it's totally transparent on the internet, is very hard for the average investor to kind of analyze. We try to do that through our research, but there's an overwhelming amount of education around these digital asset softwares. And I also think that, kind of what's the shorthand for it? So is it the silver? Or we like to say, is it the App Store? What are these what's the defining characteristic of these different software platforms?
Yeah, guys. What exactly is Ethereum going to be in the eyes of investors? Okay, is it going to be like silver, or is it going to be like the App Store on the iPhone? Like, I mean, what is the potential, the future potential of Ethereum? I think it's more like the App Store. There's going to be so many applications. I think more money is going to go into Ethereum than silver. Okay, because silver can't really do as much as Ethereum can do. But let's take a look at we're gonna move off of Ethereum and go into Bitcoin here, guys. I know some of you guys want to know what's going to happen with Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is still the top dog. So let's look at the charts here. We're going to look at the Bitcoin chart and see some of the work. And we're gonna take a look at the history as well as, like, what Bitcoin did back in 2020 during the last halving, and what happened during the summer of 2020, and then what happened later on in 2020, and then that can give us an idea as like what's going to happen in 2024 here. Okay. But yeah, if you can see, I have a right here we have a demand line here. Okay. And that's kind of creating a little triangle here. We also have just some areas of resistance that we're contending up against, and it's creating this little triangle formation here. It looks like we're going to get some resolution here soon as to like what Bitcoin is going to end up doing. Okay, but Bitcoin has been trading sideways ever since like March, in the middle of March, giving people some scares and some euphoria. Okay, we had some euphoria towards the middle of March, then we got scared towards the end of March, and then we got some euphoria towards the beginning of April, and then people got scared towards the middle of April with the whole tension and crisis in the Middle East. And then another scare around the 1st of May. But now things are starting to seem like they're up on the uptrend here with the price of Bitcoin. And I'm expecting Bitcoin to actually break up. Okay, break up based on like just the fact that we're still in a bull trend on the longer term. Like we have been going up in price for about a year now. And also the Ethereum ETF is coming up soon, and more money will be pouring into the market. More people will be learning about Bitcoin, and then more people will be buying Bitcoin. So yeah, I see that happening in the summer of 2024. But I mean, I also would not be surprised if we see some sideways price action going into like the month of July and August for Bitcoin. Maybe people start buying Ethereum instead of Bitcoin in hopes of selling to the Bitcoin ETFs. I mean, the Ethereum ETFs at higher prices, and maybe people just totally abandon the Bitcoin in the meantime. I find that highly doubtful. I feel like people, as they start adding more crypto onto their portfolios and balance sheets, not only are they going to add Ethereum, but they're also going to add Bitcoin, which is the top, most stable, most secure cryptocurrency out there that's been around the longest out of all of them. Okay, so I feel like Bitcoin will also get some love as well going into the summer of 2024. But I also wouldn't be surprised if it goes sideways. I do not expect Bitcoin to actually go down in price. And we'll also look at a little bit of history here, guys, to see what Bitcoin did back in 2020, which was like about 4 years ago when we had the halving, and that was around May of 2020. So let's just take a look real quick at what the price looked like back then. Okay, so Bitcoin in May of 2020 was trading at about like around $8,000 or $9,000. And then we have the halvening, and that didn't really do much for the price of Bitcoin after the halvening. We ended up trading about around like $9,000 or $10,000, which is slightly above, but not really anything crazy to write home about because Bitcoin was at higher prices about back like a year ago before that. So we saw sideways trading action going into like July of 2020. And then we got a little bit of a pop in price in July of 2020. So maybe that might happen in July of 2024. Maybe after 4th of July, people talk about Bitcoin to their family and friends on the 4th of July cookouts. And they decide like, hey, let's get involved with this Bitcoin thing. And then that probably was what caused the price of Bitcoin to go up in July of 2020. Maybe that happens in 2024 as well. But we also got a drop in price in September of 2020. I'm not sure why that is. I have to go look at the history and the headlines for that. I think there might have been something COVID-19 related back then. Okay, that might have gave not just the Bitcoin market, but also like probably scared the rest of the market. But then it wasn't until like October of 2020 is when Bitcoin was ready to go up exponentially to higher prices, and it broke through its all-time high in like December of 2020, and then it just kept shooting up, and people were getting excited and more excitement, and then it wasn't until like April of 2021 that Bitcoin started to top out, and it didn't want to go any higher than that. It wanted to actually go down. So maybe the same thing happens, like literally the same thing happens here in 2024. I'm expecting, I do expect Bitcoin to take a while before it starts popping up exponentially, but we could see that maybe the end of the summer. Maybe it might happen exactly the same way it did 4 years ago, where we get Bitcoin popping off in like October and November of this year before we start seeing like $100,000, $200,000 Bitcoin. Okay. So that's what I'm expecting with Bitcoin. I'm expecting like in the near term future here, I'm expecting Bitcoin to go sideways. I don't expect it to go down unless something really scary happens in the macro economic world out there. If we have World War III going, then yeah, I think Bitcoin will go down in price, just like everything else would go down in price because a lot of fear and uncertainty. But I expect Bitcoin to actually go sideways for the summer. And then I also expect it to, if it's not going sideways, I do expect it to go slightly up, not too crazy. I'm expecting like maybe $80,000, maybe $90,000 Bitcoin towards like the middle to end of summer of 2024. Okay. I think a lot of people are expecting that. Some other technical analysts out there are also saying something like $84,000, $85,000 Bitcoin, and that could happen soon. So that is what I have for price targets. I'm not gonna say that that's gonna happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happens that we go up to like $85,000 Bitcoin in the middle of the summer. Okay. But let's take a look at the Ethereum chart here real quick before we before we sign off here. We want to look at Ethereum because we were just talking about Ethereum. And Ethereum, okay, guys, wasn't doing so good going into the month of May. April was really bad for Ethereum as it was for some other cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin itself. Okay. But then whispers of an Ethereum ETF started coming like the middle of May. And then we got that jump in price on Monday, May 20th, when it was like, okay, the rumors seemed like they might be true. And Ethereum went up like 19% on Monday, May 20th of 2024. Okay. When it was trading at like $3,000 and it popped up to like as high as like $3,800. And that's pretty much where we're at right now. Okay. We're just trading sideways here on Ethereum. I feel like we'll keep trading sideways until we get more positive news. I do not expect Ethereum to go down in price at all, to be honest. Like, because we just have the Ethereum ETF coming up. Those BlackRock has $10 million ready to go to seed its ETF for Ethereum. So, and everybody knows that, especially the smart traders, the people that have been following the news, people that have been following the markets. We know that these guys are gonna be buying Ethereum soon. So, like, why would the price of Ethereum go down? If it does go down, that means you should be buying it because it's gonna go back up again. And when Ethereum does go back up again, we got to see it try to get above that local high that it made back in March of 2024 when it got as high as like $4,093. I think that can be easily be done. And then now we're going to be looking at like, what is the next price level for Ethereum? So, the $4,009 is like the 0.786 fib retracement level for Ethereum. Based off of that big retracement that it did from like 4,800 all the way down to like almost $900 in 2022. Ethereum, once it gets past $4,000, it's going to go right to $4,800. Is going to be the next resistance level for Ethereum. So if you guys can get in Ethereum at $3,700 right now, and we go up to like $4,800, that's at least like a 30% move up on the price of Ethereum. So I think Ethereum will do that. And then, after we get those Ethereum ETFs good and going and ready to go, we could see Ethereum go past $5,000. Now, the one thing to keep in consideration that I don't know if a lot of people are talking about this, but what we do have as a concern about the Ethereum ETF, and it's not really a big concern, but it's like you're going to get your W and you're also going to get a little bit of a loss, okay? And what's going to happen with Ethereum is that we also have the Grayscale Ethereum ETF, okay? And Grayscale was kind of like a bane, a nemesis to the Bitcoin ETFs that came out in like January of 2024. So like everybody else was trying to buy Bitcoin, and Grayscale was selling their Bitcoin because they had like sky high fees. They were charging their customers too much, and everybody just wanted to leave Grayscale and go to like BlackRock or Fidelity or one of the other ETFs. Okay, I think the same thing's going to happen with Ethereum. I think Grayscale is going to have their Ethereum ETF as well as like BlackRock and VanEck and the other ones, and I think BlackRock and VanEck and the other ones are going to be buying Ethereum, but then also Grayscale is going to be coming in and selling their Ethereum by the boatload because everybody's going to want to be getting out of Grayscale to then go into VanEck or BlackRock. So we probably got that same problem coming up for us Ethereum investors out there. So be on the lookout and watch out for that. Okay, guys. That could be an issue for us Ethereum investors, which is the same issue that the Bitcoin investors went through. But they made it past that. They were able to see the Bitcoin price go up to new highs after that. So I think the same thing's gonna happen for Ethereum. And then after Ethereum is done doing its thing this summer, then who's next? I want you guys to put in the comments if you're not here in the live stream right now, go ahead and put in the comments which cryptocurrency you think is going to get the next ETF. I think Solana is going to be the next one. Then there could be Chainlink, okay, has a lot going for it. And then maybe XRP, okay, because they've been around for a while too. But yeah, I mean, let's just take a look at the coin market cap real quick here for you guys who don't know your cryptocurrencies. But let's take a look at like which one do we think is going to be the next one after Ethereum. So Bitcoin is going to get its ETF, and then Ethereum is, Bitcoin has its ETF, and Ethereum is going to be getting an ETF in the summer of 2024. Who's next? I think Solana's next. Okay, I think XRP could possibly be up there. Maybe Cardano. Okay, depends on like how excited and what the politicians and the regulators decide to do. I think Dogecoin has more of a possibility of getting an ETF than XRP, because Dogecoin, you could say, did not start off as an ICO. It's been around for like 13 years, I believe, and you can consider it a commodity. There's no reason it doesn't have staking. It doesn't have like decentralized finance, and it wasn't an ICO. So I think Dogecoin has a greater possibility of being in an ETF than Cardano, to be honest, or even XRP. Okay, even Solana might not even get an ETF first. Dogecoin might actually get one before Solana, but no, I just think there's a lot of powers that be, a lot of investors out there. Just the fact that Solana's been such a successful cryptocurrency, it's the number 5 cryptocurrency according to market cap. I think Solana will be the next one after Ethereum. But then it might be just Dogecoin after that. And then there might be Shiba Inu after that. And then they might do Cardano and XRP. And then maybe Chainlink and Polkadot and these other cryptos, okay? So this is just really exciting times, guys, here to be a cryptocurrency investor. And I know it's been a little bit boring the last few days and weeks, but we just have to get through it. There's going to be sideways action. Just be thankful it's not down, going down from where it is right now. Just be happy that it's going sideways. Okay, you can still make money if it's going sideways. You just keep buying and accumulating, and then when it goes to higher prices, that's when you sell. Okay. But looking at the fear and greed index here, I like that. I like the fact that, okay, it's a little bit warm, but it's not hot. Okay, we're not like 70 or 80 on the fear and greed index. 60 is a nice number. That means people are slightly interested and they want to buy more, but they're not getting ridiculous out there on the fear and greed. So that gives me hopes that we could see some higher prices going into the summer and the end of 2024. Let's see if there's a cryptocurrency we like to talk about today. Let's see which one's been the top gainer for today. All right, so today, Kaspa, out of the top 100 cryptocurrencies out there, Kaspa is up 15% today, roughly. Okay. I don't know why it's not on. I don't know why it's on the top one, because dog go to the moon is up 15.2% today, and that's like the number 97 cryptocurrency out there according to market cap. It has like a $800 million market cap. Kaspa has a $4 billion market cap. Take a look at dog go to the moon, guys. I'm not sure how you guys are gonna be able to buy it. I don't think you can buy it on the centralized exchanges yet. Let's see if it is on one of the centralized exchanges. We'll go right here to the market cap, the marketplaces that it's on. And if you want to buy a dog to the moon and go to the moon, you need to buy it on either Gate.io or BitGet or BingX, Hotcoin, Bitmart. I think these are all decentralized exchanges, guys. I haven't heard of any of these except for like maybe Gate.io. And this is all using, you got to use Tether to buy this coin, okay? USDT to buy these coins. So you're not going to be able to buy this on Coinbase or Binance. It's not even on Binance. See, if I click centralized exchanges here, okay, CEX. Oh, okay, I guess Gate.io is a centralized exchange, okay? So these are the exchanges you can buy where you have to sign up and give them your information, your ID, and they check to see if you make sure you're an actual normal person, that you're not like a criminal. And then you can get an account with them and you can trade. I guess you can trade on gate.io to get this coin. And the decentralized exchanges, the DEX, okay? Looks like you can get this coin on Open Ocean. And it looks like it's not even trading on Jupiter or these other exchanges here. This has to be a brand new coin. Let's see what the chart has to say. I mean, how long has this coin been around? I'm looking at data from like April of 2024. So this thing has been around only for about a month. And then that month, it's up 95%. It's almost doubled their money in 1 month. Okay. Yeah. Dog to the moon. Let's go. If you can get your hands on it, it could take you to the moon, guys. Let's go back and see what the other cryptocurrencies are doing out there. Let's see who's been the top gainer in the last 7 days here, and that is Notcoin. Okay, Notcoin up 148% in the last 7 days. Then you got Dog Go to the Moon up 102%, Jasmine up 37%, Caspa up 18%. So these two coins right here, Dog to the Moon and Notcoin, are like the high flyers the past 7 days. If I click on Notcoin, you'll get an idea as to like, what we'll get ideas like what it's been up to and what it's all about. Okay, so in the last month here, Notcoin is up 49%. Okay, but apparently like this week it's up 148%. So it was trading at like 0.008. Now it's trading at like 2 cents. Okay. Yeah. So like, let's see what it's done in the last year. It hasn't even been around for a year. Okay. It looks like it started trading around May 16th. So this is another brand spanking new cryptocurrency that somehow made it into the top 100 cryptocurrencies that are out there. And yeah, it's now starting to get on everybody's radar. And how can you buy this coin? If you want to get exposure to it on the centralized exchanges, you can buy it on Binance. You can get it on Bybit, OKX, KuCoin, Bitfinex. Okay, so those are some pretty popular cryptocurrency exchanges. And if you want to do it on a DEX, a decentralized exchange, you can get it on DDUS, Ston. Okay, let's see. It's not even on Jupiter yet. Jupiter doesn't even have it yet. Okay. Probably because it's not a Solana coin. But let's just see what this cryptocurrency is all about. Notcoin, for those who want to like find out the latest and greatest, hottest cryptocurrency out there. It looks like Notcoin is the one that everybody's talking about and trying to get their hands on this week. And Notcoin, it says here in the about section that Notcoin started as a viral Telegram gaming coin that onboarded users into the Web3 through a tap-to-earn mining mechanic. Okay, so Notcoin is a video game coin. And that is why it is taken off, because I guess a lot of people are starting to use it, starting to play the video game, and now there's money to be made. And I think because it's related to Telegram, that's one of the reasons why this other cryptocurrency, Toncoin, TON, that one's up like 10%. Because of that. Okay, so Toncoin, let's see, is up like 6% in the last 7 days and up like 19% in the last month. And some of that has to deal with the fact that Toncoin is also related to Notcoin. So people are playing their game on using Notcoin, and that price action that is being, causing more network activity on Toncoin. Okay, Toncoin, for those who don't know, Toncoin is a cryptocurrency layer 1 blockchain on what they call the open network. The Ton blockchain is open source. What did I do? I messed up. Toncoin is an open source cryptocurrency. It was created by the Telegram team back in 2017, and the founder and CEO is Pavel Durov, and They announced at the end of Telegram's involvement with the Tom blockchain following a court order by the SEC, and then the Gram token, was never issued. Okay, but yeah, Ton coin's been around for a little bit, and now it's getting some loving, some price action because of Notcoin and what's going on in Notcoin world. Okay, so yep, I think I'm gonna end the live stream there, guys. I've talked about some of these cryptocurrencies. I appreciate you guys coming on to this channel and learning more about cryptocurrencies here with me. My name is Damien, and if you like this video, go ahead and click that like button. And if you want to share this with other people, don't forget to share this video with your friends and family who you feel like could benefit from this information. And yeah, and if you guys haven't subscribed, click that subscribe button. If you're new to this channel, all right, it's gonna be good to see you guys come back here again. Interact with me on the live streams here, and also be on the lookout for my short videos. I'll be doing some more short videos soon, so be on the lookout for that. I might do another regular normal video, not a live stream. Got to figure out what I want to talk about for the next cryptocurrency here. But yeah, go ahead and click that subscribe button so you can stay in the know. Stay tuned when I go live again, and also just basically be a part of this community and get a chance to share your thoughts, comments, and critiques about cryptocurrencies. If you guys don't like cryptocurrencies, we want to hear about that as well. Okay, tell us why you don't like it. I'm pretty sure there's some good stories out there as to why people don't like cryptocurrencies, but I feel like it is benefiting a lot of people out there that go about it the right way. Okay. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of the stream here, guys. And I am Damien, and this has just been another live stream on the Meet Damien channel. And you guys can check me out again for another live stream, 7 p.m. on Mondays. Okay, so next Monday at 7 p.m. Be on the lookout for another live stream here. Okay, guys. All right. Take care and good luck out there with your crypto investments and trading.